switching a lot of money between accounts, and they're getting money switching all over. And also, don't do anything with their credit. Don't open new accounts, don't close accounts, I was a very young lender. Someone called me, had like 6 different credit accounts, right? And I'm like, they go, oh, we want to put into one and just have one. And I thought, well, that makes sense. So you only have one credit card, you don't have all these payments. And unfortunately, closed those other 5 accounts. And one of the things on your credit score is how your payment history, right? All these accounts you've had, you paid them on time. Well, they closed 5 of them, had just the one, and they also had now a large balance on that credit card versus the limit, and their credit score went down. So we worked it out, we got it done and everything, but I learned a valuable lesson. Like, if your credit's good, like, just leave it alone. Like, just keep paying your bills. So this is another slide that, you know, if you want it, I think it's a good thing just to remind people as your agent, if you're the buyer's agent, kind of like, yeah, don't mess up your credit, don't change jobs if you can avoid it. And the only thing you have to do sometimes, if you have an auto lease and it's about to expire, you have to get another auto lease, right? Because it's expiring. If you're on a loan and it pays off, maybe you just hang out and don't buy a car right away if your other car's okay. This is that medical program. Again, you don't have to be an expert in this, but all these disciplines apply. And they can borrow 100% up to $850,000 loan. And then the other things, you can borrow $1.5 million with 5% down and no mortgage insurance. So it's a really, really good program. Maybe the best thing you could do is look at like all the other programs and steal bits and pieces of all the other programs, the best parts of them, and put it in our program. So I really like this program. We've closed loans. It's just like a regular loan. It's like very easy to do. In fact, we're closing one in Tennessee on Monday. So I'm very, very happy with this couple. This is that construction permanent. If anybody wants to build a home, wants to renovate a home, you have a listing or you have a buyer that needs a lot of work on the home, this is a good program where it's a rate that's fixed all through the project. That's your worst case rate at the end. And as you're building your house or renovating, we only charge the interest on the loan. You don't have to pay the principal during that whole period of renovating or building. And it's really popular. And then at the end, if rates are better, we can modify the rate, we can change products and stuff if it's better. It's very fun, and it's kept by our bank. It's a portfolio product, so that's why it's very, and we really know this. I actually worked with my father, who was an architect out of college, and so I really like this project because people are very excited about renovating their houses, real excited about building houses because they're trying to build their dream home. So that's a great program as well. And then again, we have a whole list of all these down payment grant programs, and there's new ones that come out all the time. It's really hard to keep track of it even as a lender sometimes, so we have a thing you put in and it kind of tells you which ones, and some of them you can put together. Karen's actually working on a client right now. What's the purchase price of that, Karen?
$179.
$179 is the purchase price. They're getting $17,000 of grants, so you just get the money at closing, and you can put it towards your down payment, you can put it towards your closing costs, you can actually buy down the rate if you wanted to a lower rate. So not everybody qualifies for these, but they're really good programs, so we have a whole bunch of them. So it's kind of exciting.
I have a question for like the last page of the medical professionals. Is it only those listed, or would it be like technicians and nurses? Or they not?
And nurses, no, but because they technically didn't go to medical school, but I know like a chiropractor didn't go to medical school,
Right.
so they kind of had to cut it off somewhere. I've had a bunch of people say, why don't you have attorneys in there?
Yeah.
And they don't have attorneys in there either because I guess their loans, believe it or not, don't perform as well as doctors. So, but yeah, it's a good question though. But we definitely work with a lot of RNs and LPNs and so on as far as other programs. So that's just kind of that. And then this is kind of cool if anybody's looking for a 2 to 4 unit property. There's a lot of those in Chicago specifically. You could put only 5% down as long as you're living in one of the units. It used to be you had to put 15, 20, 25% down. Now it's only 5% down. And it's a very good interest rate and so on. So just knowing that's available as you're showing people 2 to 4 unit properties, or if you have a listing and you want something to show that people can buy these with only 5% down, it's kind of a good marketing thing if you have the listing, or the other way if you have a buyer. And then that's it. That's me. And so I kind of want to be quick. I didn't